okay? Be deliriously happy. I shall do my utmost.
nebudeme dělat píčoviny. Jdeme rovnou na to. Opět Divinity. Těším se, až to konečně dohrajem. No. Protože ještě mám dohrávat zaklínače po páté. Komplet, dělat achievementy. Tak dále a tak dále. Nechci pokračovati. Doufám, že nám zase vypadne net a tak podobně, že tady bude zase x miliarda rozdělených částí. Ne, rozdělí tady o to. Nemusel vypadat. Musel být. Tak jo. To je jeskyně. No, 4 úkol. Ta farma. To ještě nemá full. Jako brnění a magické brnění nic moc, no. Jako ty hápka, ok, ale s tím brněním to je takový na štíru. Ještě chci rozhýlovat. Já člověka.
That thing isn't Donna. It isn't anybody. It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are.
Tady s ním.
A mix of sweat and blood smears across Gareth's forehead. He looks to the house, then back to the graves and continues digging.
Aha. Nevím, jestli si nechat ještě tou holubi náhodou, protože tam jako nevěřím tomu, že to bude tak OK. Teď si s tím střílet sexu. To nic. Vidíte, vidíme všechno. Pryč. Jsou nějaké prachy. A já chci za to. Tak. Přijmeme tu nabídku. Šlechitný pane. To je takové ke mně. Pěkně. Sejm amulet. Tak ještě nechám radši. To taky potřebuju. A magická trpatící hůlka do lista. Úroveň 13, aha. Jsem prodal. Plížení. Batuchfejn. On má boty. Víte, že nemáš boty. Co si trpe? Jo, nemá to inteligenci na to. Oh shit. OK, man. No, světlý zemi. To je různé. Vrtnost 12. 15. Nic. Síla. Že tam je jeden, potřebuji jedna tam toho. Jo, počkat. Jo, odolnost proti jedu, no. To mě je na hovno. No, zkusíme dát, počka, on má mluvení. Zkusím ukecat, jo. Přesvědčování 3.
It's the Magister's property. Let them handle it.
See?
Besides, what's the alternative? Guard this door forever? Feed them like pets? Get yourself together, man.
The two paladins Gareth mentioned are arguing in front of the door to the modest farmstead. As they notice your arrival, they stop talking and look at you quizzically.
We're guarding this house. Wise to stay well back. There's a bunch of silent monks inside who've tasted blood today. Already killed in there, so they did. They didn't kill anybody. The Magisters who control them did. You know Donna, she wouldn't hurt a fly. Not until... But they did turn her. And now she's not Donna anymore. Get it through your head. The poor creature should be put down. No, wait! Surely... Maybe someday they can be fixed.
The other paladin rolls his eyes and shakes his head as he turns to face you.
In any event, it's our business, not yours. You just stay well away from the door and you'll be perfectly safe. We're guarding it! And believe me, you don't want to go in there. There's a bunch of silent monks inside who've tasted blood today. Already killed in there, so they did.
Všímavost. 16. 14. 17. OK. 25. Oh. OK. Že... Potřebujeme 4, no, to je.
I don't think so. Stay out of our business. I can't. That's Donna in there, but she was a friend. Our friend. Back off. Back off. Lucian's blessings, but I can't bring myself to do it. That creature. It's not Donna, not anymore. It's the Magister's property. Let them handle it. Besides, what's the alternative? Guard this door forever? Feed them like pets? Get yourself together, man. That thing isn't Donna. It isn't anybody. It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are.
Hej, ale já mám ten prsten. Jako WTF.
A mix of sweat and blood smears across Gareth's forehead. He looks to the house, then back to the graves and continues digging.
Mám tady... Dělám tam prsten.
It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are. Back off.
Myslíte, že si zautočíme, ty vole. Co mám dělat?
That creature. It's not Donna, not anymore. It's the Magister's property. Let them handle it. Besides, together, man.
Okay. Does it feel? What the fuck? Tak. Jsi příliš daleko. To je za 2. To vyplníme. Nejsem damage. Kde? Tady jsi. Garda nás útočí. Moment. Aha. Tak to já nechci, ty vole, ale... Ale tady je napsané. Penál řekl, že pan naští sorry, pokud jsou nás to přežije v rejským polopostí, no dopadl, ho tam uvidíme, protože jsme to já jsem to dosral, no. Moment. Load. Máme loading. Že jsem dal ten save, ty vole. On vlastně hledá toho vyníka, že jo, ale...
Besides, what's the alternative? Guard this door forever? Back off.
Co? Počkej, to je jako, ale... Co zase to je? No, musí tady ten big save teda. Jsem dělal quick save. Pak jsem šel až promluvit a ten quick save už to jako přepsal, co jsem už udělal. Dává smysl, ne? Ano. No by to tak moc správně, ne? Snad už to není jakože rozhodnuto, přece to jsou ty savey, ne? To by bylo pokud prdel. Musel Gareta zabít. A nebo prostě se na to nemysleli.
I can't. That's Donna in there. She was back off.
Aha! No tak to je hodně hrubý jako. Takže i tak to rozhodnutí nemůžu se vracet v čase, i když jsem to rozhodnutí ještě neudělal. Takže prostě... Tak jaký ten loading má smysl?
Besides, what's the alternative? Guard this door forever? Feed them like pets?
To je hodně dětí, ty vole. Tichý mních.
That thing isn't done.
Se nedá nějak dostat zadem. Stejně nějak plešnou. Tak to je drsný, jo. To je hodně drsný, proč ne?
Have respect, I beg you.
A mix of sweat and blood smears.
Tak se mám mluv, ty vole, nebo co? No ten prsten, kurňa. To je říti. Jako, tam asi nikomu nedostanu.
That thing isn't done. It isn't anybody. It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are.
Kdybych šel se sebilou. Dostanu se tam prostě. Co mi dohled, když bude před okno.
Not anymore. It's the Magister's property. Let them handle it.
No. Smí schválně semka. Ale to nic není. No to v prdeli. Ale zase věc. Co vím, že si mám dávat bacha. Schyb se člověk učí. No, nevím, si nikomu nedostal. Dobře. Tak jedem dál, hele. Necháme to zatím tak. Trošku zklamání, no. Dej si to, jak si jich dostalo celkově. Garet nás požádá, abychom se postarali o tiché mnichy, kteří zamořili jeho rodný dům. Jenže tam ti idioti mě nepustí. Přesvědčování mám slabý. A jako když na ně zautočím, tak Garet zautočí taky. Takže to je jako takový napet. Co je ten čekapik?
Run away!
Ještě bych mohl srovnat tady tyhle. Tady je, počkat, kde to bylo? Kde to bylo? Tady to bylo, ne? Tady jsou. Nebo to bylo někde tady? Myslím, že to bylo tu. To ještě tam hodím takhle. Jup. Tak. Jak to dopadne? A já mám teda 20% šanci, jo? OK. Ale jako dobrý poškození, 150 až 187. Jo, tady to je.
Found them. Curtain drops, Your Highness. Shadows to shadows.
No shadow can eclipse the spouse of the sun.
Počkej, kde jsi? No je ve stínu. Což si ve stínu, ty vole. A jsou už on 2, předtím bylo jich víc. No. Dáme si chameleona zatím.
Show yourself!
Ha, minul pěkně, jo. Neviditelný. Kolik to má vyhýbání? 24%. Okay. Tady nahoru.
Reveal yourself!
Nevidím, ty vole. Kde je princ? Zajímá, co bude tady tohle. Takže syn.
Reveal yourself!
Však furt nikde, vole. Jste mohli vidět, hele. Jsi umlčený, nemůžeš kouzlit. Mě to ukazuje jenom rozložení. Okay.
Reveal yourself.
Co mi nám dal? Oh! No ty hajzlové po mně, vole, zas. Že oni jsou furt ve stínu, dobytci. Co tady použiju? Kořový granát.
Show yourself!
Konečně, ty vole. Pěkně. Dobře nám dala. %. Máme tohle. Pěkně. Nice. Další tady, ne? Jo. Nice. Tak dáme... Tak. Level up? Pěkně. Kolik se to zvedlo? Zásah 40%. Cool. Jo, 20%. Pojďme level. 55, 80. Super. Haha. Tak. Škující dotek. Ten mu dohled. Co je mu dohled stále? OK. Zpomalení. Tak, tady jíme. Flash, kameleona. Tak, potřebuju. 58%, pojď. Ha.
House of Shadows assassins. No match for a prince of the House of War, of course.
Štěstí. Tak jo. Moji zmizeli ti stínovci. Hezký temnojan. Trpné pole. Můžeme jít tady. To je hezký. Tady nic není, tady prošli. Ano. Předispovac. Černě. Podívat. To port. Tam tu má. Rychlejší. Tak, já jsem chtěl prsknout ty boty. Máš plížení 0, ale třeba vyhodit inteligenci jednou. To je co poškozený, OK. Ti dáme šance na kritický zásah, iniciativa, možná 20. Na obratnosti. Vůbec. Šance na zásah. 75. 80. Mhm. 40%. Tak to vydáme. Vyšel odolnost. Tak tady máme jeden ten, ne? Pramen, jako nič. Zajímavé. tak se mi liší trošku líp. Čili 246. 124. Iniciativa. To je hodně slabá. Stý zásah. Jestli to zvedám kolik? 130, počká, to mám teď. Ještě toto. Čtyři už. Ten věk blázen. Síla. Sílu. 200. 146, 161. Síla. 200 padá. Dobrý. To dáme F5. A jakož máme bouznutý batoh, tak musíme dát F8. Tak.
You can find a way across, right? I know you can! Ma, can you hear me?
Ale. Co pak tu máme? Vody. Bánečnictví. Okay. Lepší. 110, 124. Tohle má kritický zásah, ale... Co? Já špekal. Ale má zase 2 síly, no to má taky. Odolnost. A průrazné poškození. Myslím, že tahle je pořád lepší. A do prdele.
Did you expect a needle?
Oh. Stvůra nás pro nás ideály. Prokletá krev. No ale... Ty nejsi
Maybe not
směrem.
to come back.
Jsou všichni mrtví. Tady nic. Může být? Kdyby se vrátil na místo činu. Pipi, ale tady je stvůra nás pronásleduje. Si mám jako zabít. To by ono. Stvůra.
Are you sure?
As long as you stay put, you'll be safe.
Are you sure? Them sorcerers from the caravan?
They'd be daft to come back. And as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no void woken. You're fine as long as you don't go wandering. Speak. Driftwood is mostly the same as every other fishing town. It's got the same aroma and the same herds of unwashed dwarves. The void, though, it's closing in. Void woken roam the land and pollute the sea. That they haven't invaded the town it's a miracle. As long as you stay put...
The Magister smiles, but he does not make eye contact with you. He shifts his weight from the left foot to the right.
Thank the Seven I've Aldous to guide me in these times. He allows me to borrow a bit of courage from him when I need. It's only a matter of time, you know? Outside Driftwood, not even the sharpest blades can protect us from those... things. Inside, a killer roams. One with a Magister grudge, it seems. Our numbers dwindle. I'm hardly fit to protect. I only hope to survive. I know they disappear without a sign. Magister Carver's looking into it, but it's been so long since we've talked, a dwarf could have grown 3 beards by now. Farewell.
As long as you stay put, you'll be safe.
Are you sure? Them sorcerers from the caravan?
They'd be daft to come back. And as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no Void Woken. You're fine as long as you don't go wandering.
The silent monk, like every other, has nothing to say.
Huh.
The silent monk's stitched lips are the color of sea ice. The monk has no response to your stick or your scream, unless you count its head's nigh imperceptible rhythmic sway as a response.
They'd be daft to come back. And as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no Void Woken.
OK, vítejte v dřevospálení.
This town looks peaceful enough. Let's find out if looks deceive.
Trodička. Malná příručka. Nedá se mi to světlo. Napětí nízká. Hlavně, že tady je napětí, ale se jich zabíjelo 106.
Oh, we dwarves had a kingdom, and we will have it back. I won't always be sweeping, I'll be riding horseback. We dwarves had a kingdom, and a proud knight was I. I won't always be sweeping, for my kingdom I'll die.
The Meister's back!
Mistrzyně.
She doesn't feel like playing, but...
Dneska je tady živo. Dneska to šlape ten chat.
The Meister sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand. It looks like it was dislocated by the gallows.
Damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes, as if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
I swear by the seven, if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Akorát zemi. 27. Se dal vedení. Zemi ani dům. Měla jet, co by se jí hodilo. Všímavost. A vedení je... Jo. Vyhýbání a 9% ke všemu odolnosti. Bych ho možná testovat. Znamená obráčení fyzické vedení posily evropskou mění.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians were unable to club their way into my vault, so everything you need should be safe. Apparently I had a claw in murdering their darling divine-in-waiting Alexander.
The Meister wrenches the bandage, pulling the fabric tight against her wound. She winces before tying it off in a neat knot, but you can see the red stain already spreading across the fabric.
Never mind that. That I was here the entire time. Apparently my cunning transcends time, space, and common sense.
Světy. Světy dům.
Enthusiasm? On a weekday? My word. We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen Godwoken, but becoming divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head. Come, Godwoken. It is time to see just how awake you are. Fortunately, the Magisters pay as much attention to art as they do to fashion. Kindly remove that painting from the wall.
poberu štířádlo. Co jí máš? To je to trón.
It really is quite simple. In the corner there's a painting. Remove it and push the button behind it. The combination to the vault is 15R 34L, 23R 35R, 9R 16L, 33L 45R, 51L 1L. Try to get it right.
Beautiful.
Pray my instructions will not be too technical for you. Push the button. Your talent for following simple instructions fills me with wonder and pride. Now, kindly go to the vault and enter the combination. I shall call it out as you go.
Okay. No a když dám jako počkat, cože? Dám jako esenci ohně, třeba nebo země. To nejvíc, no. Stínu. A dám kombinaci takhle. Počkej. Třeba. A teď jako něco vznikne? Ne. To muselo nějaký... No co? Český. Zajímavé, jak to funguje, ty scrolly. Tak to nevím. Identification. Dvanáct, 62 mikroancie. Proti ohni. Wow. 9. Slunící jas. OK, obratnost. Iniciativa 16, 24 zdraví, 19, 13. Inteligence. Je to něco pro tebe? No. A jo. Nekromancie. Bonus proti ohni. Proti jedu. No. Magie vody. No, to je ono. To mají vládno. A... Škrt. No, výborně. Se hodí. Moc lepší. 1913. Čeky vzduchu. Co se hodí? Síla. Moc proti jedu. Magie vody. 43,9. Vratnost nic. Asi tam vůbec. Ne. 36 výšky, ale já mám velkou dobrá věc. To nás 13. Mám to takhle. Tyhle si chci srát. Kolik jsem dal ořadu z vody. 43,9. OK. Ničá 5 vlastně. A tak nic. jsem tady! Boha, to byla nálož. Ježišmarja, to byl porod. Tolik toho ze mě vylítlo, fakt taková nálož, prostě sraček. To jsem nečekal, že se to ve mně kdy tak nahrne. Nevím, proč to vylezlo až teď po takové době ven. Na co to tělo čekalo. Sakra. Fuh. To byl masakr. Tak jo, jdem pokračovat ti. No ještě to tady trošku musím vysprejovat. Bože. Čerstvý vzduch. Tak, teď můžeme jít na to.
A stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, the metallic dial almost seems to wink at you.
Skoro jako by na mě mrkal, jo?
Taking your time, you carefully enter the combination. The metallic sounds of the tumblers falling within the mechanism let you know you entered the code correctly.
Excellent. Follow me. Your time is at hand, Godwoken.
Okay. Ještě tady trošku to vybrusujem. Nebo takzvaně spíš lépe řečeno vykradem. Mám furt za svou slípku, já jsem zvědavý, co z toho bude, nebo jestli mám zabít. Dobrý. Vražedná slepice. Pomerdanč.
Ancient runes, weird contraptions. This place is an Arcanist's dream.
Tak, jsme full. Ještě tady je hodí do pečka válčík. Vyhodí. Známky ze stopu vzkříšená, zatím nebudem brát. Brání o lidskosti. Berem tady ty sudy. Třeba tady nic nebude. Hlava meduzy. Ok, to už mám. Vyhodí. Válčí výstroj, lid papíru. Oh. Okay. Pramene. Nice. Nějaký kolo. Verše. Někdy granát molotov, to jsem přehlíd. Zase. Ok, nicméně pibučka to fláme mimo. Jinak. Skřínka s přísadami. Ne, počkej. To se nám tady buguje. No ak. Polymorf. Svitky, ale pramena. Jde o odhodnosti pramene, které můžeš úplně brát bez žádný pramene. Protože je rozepsaný svitek je jistě psát, že myslíte magie ohně s něčím ostřejším a můžeš jako přisilovat pramenu. Takhle já potřebuji ten velký tesák. No od pramene, tak proto. Zub, jasně, tady ty blbosti. No. Esence vody, no. Spotky.
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation. Gods know, though they are a nuisance. Believe me, a prince of the House of War survives his first attempts at assassination in the crib. His mother is not so much his keeper as his bodyguard. Though I must admit these fellows are rather tenacious. Do you tire of their attempts? Precisely. And it's precisely this sort of understanding that makes me appreciate our journey together. Quite a novel thing for me, this together concept. How about yourself? How lucky you are, then, to have my exalted companionship in your party.
Publičenská společnost.
I'm in rather good spirits after that invigorating fight, so I think I'll return the compliment. It's good to have you around.
A vast continent full of people, full of destinies.
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken? Just so. To accept divinity is to accept responsibility for the lives of every person and beast that walks Rivellon. If granted divinity, you would have the power of all 7 gods at your disposal. You could heal any wound, pull islands from the sea, right in injustice. But make no mistake, the divine has only one duty: to protect this world from the void. The divine cannot use his power for anything else. When you become the divine, there is no more self.
For just a moment, her eyes soften as she looks at you.
It is no small thing to ask, but it is your duty. Without a new divine, Rivellon will die. Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard, sauce in the glowing fountain, ritual in the tome by the bookcase, even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient. So if you wouldn't mind...
The Meister points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
Once, although not by a Godwoken. My assistant did not believe that one had to be chosen by a god to become divine.
She waves a bandaged hand absent-mindedly, wincing slightly.
A headstrong and thoughtless girl, but the experience was... was quite educational. From observing her, I gather that the ritual involves inhaling the smoke, a lot of screaming, and a rather sudden death.
se rozšíří.
Well, certainly. It is not my place to police the stupidity of others. I have to admit I was curious. Imagine if it had been a success. Why, then anyone could have ascended. Even I... Alas, success was beyond her reach. Quite fascinating to watch, though. I've never seen a body burn from the inside out before. And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order. After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and Drudenay oil. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl, and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Okay. Ano, Johnny. Nazdar, zbyl.
Já? Na zkoušce?
No, to jsem právě si nemyslel, když bylo otevřený, že?
Ano, vím.
No.
Vzpomněl jsem si, jak jsem vyšel ven, čo? Ale moc jsem to myslel.
No, co pro mě máš? Kešu. Já mám pro tebe zabavit.
Uděláme strategickou výměnu. Tu? Velké sračky.
Velké sračky.
Okay.
Zalovím.
Jsou jako fakt jako velké maceté některé tam. Jo, ještě. Mě naber hrst.
A jak když ten sáček jinak nedává?
Si nasypej.
Dobrý. Dík.
Můžeš?
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul. Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure you could only describe as a second self. It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
My chosen, come closer, so that you may see me as I truly am. Look me in the eyes.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Blind eyes shine brightly. Speak the spell and see.
Strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the god Rallick in all his spectral glory.
You know me now, don't you? I saved you from drowning. I blessed you, made you powerful. And now I've come to seek some power in return. Your god-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. May as well make the best of what you have to offer.
Rallick nourishes himself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself.
Ah, yes. Just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god. Immortality is only permanent, my dear, until one day it simply ceases to be. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing, and should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion. To save us both, as a matter of fact. You must realize that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is but one place we can go. The Well of Ascension. It most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the seven lie united. We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. To bathe in the lake is to become our chosen. That is where the road to divinity leads, and you must be the first to reach it at all costs. There you touch upon the very heart of the matter. The void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in the source of the seven, but to take it. All of it. Only he who claims everything will be everything. The void's doom. This world's liberator. I hope you understand them to their full extent. The other gods must either bow to you or be undone. But of course, that is what they are saying to their own god Woken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will never bow to them. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One, at the expense of all others. So make no mistake, my champion. Chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods, their blood on your murderous hands. But don't let that dismay you. For these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence. To save your kin, and your loved ones, and the world they live in. I promise that yours alone will be the powers of the lake, and to the lake I will lead you. But not yet. Not until you've become a true master of the source. Until you speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a god Woken can, and wield its most powerful spell.
Hoarse laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
You flatter me, my chosen. But if all I had to do was give, you would have long since have received. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first, you must learn to channel the source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn. So, return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the source. Once you have, you may return to me here. Something that will make you understand that for a god, there is precious little difference between the living and the dead. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is Source, and in Source it is, immortally so. You have the vision of a god now. Eyes that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in Source.
Okay.
Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger. Best of luck, my champion.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
Cukrová víla.
She sighs impatiently as you hack up the last of the green smoke.
You can't channel enough sauce? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps? You may well have that potential, but at the same time, how to put this? I don't trust you to tie your bootlaces without accidentally hanging yourself, let alone controlling the powers of creation. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only Source Masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to. You will not be there long, I assure you. There is only so much you can glean from a twisted mind. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. And you do not seem to be paying attention. Sorcerers, evil, controlling your source, saving Rivellon, please. Please tell me at least some of this rings a bell. Your focus, your only focus, must be on finding these masters, on finding the secrets to divinity. Nothing else matters. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource. But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Meister's back! The Meister's back! She doesn't feel like playing, but...
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't
Heavens to Bessie, another one. More queer folk than commoners in Driftwood these days. Plain as day. Don't take hawk eyes to see you're as queer as a pear-shaped apple. Just look at you! A sword-slinging stranger if ever I saw one. I'm surprised those robed fellers aren't attacking you on sight. Anyway, tavern's just down the road. Can't miss it. 'Cause that's where all the queer ones go. Clanking dwarves, dozy lizards. I even saw him drag a void-woken down there in the dead of night. Don't know what's going on in that tavern, but it must be a freak show in there.
Maybe I'm glad I ain't pulling carts of stinking fish round no more. But what's a beast to do if not pull? Well now, wouldn't that be grand? Fresh grass every summer, maize all winter, and... Wait, why are you looking at me like that?
Word from the factory that another boat went down. Mama!
Did you expect a needle?
You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the void-woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The axe?
The hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Good day to you.
If prices keep going like this, we'll be starving by the end of the month.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. There's not a call for the junk you settled then.
Junk? Why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of a
Could be worse, you know.
Up, see how.
The road helping of hair. You could be a dwarf, for starters.
War's a brewing, my friend, and I'll stand by your side. But prices will go up, even for one of our own. Buy now and buy often. Special prices for you, my friend. Gotta stick with your own in times of trouble, right? War is hell, my friend,
Than a
but it's
dozen rotten
very good
eggs
for
dropped
business.
in a vat
Good
of
luck to you.
vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know? Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seagull.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination! Hear ye! Hear ye!
together, Bree.
I'm alright, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends.
King of
Never
Words.
forget.
Hello.
Got word from the factory that another bolt went down.
How are you doing?
Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose. Hmm. Queen Justinia executes
Keeping it together, Bree.
for insubordination.
I'm alright, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Hear ye! Divine order to march against the ancient empire! Bishop
Woke up this
Alexander
morning
was
in
slain
sweat.
by Caesar!
Can't get that thing in my nose.
You made it back, safe. That's all you've got to think about.
Easier said than done. Woke up this morning in sweat. Can't get that thing in my nose.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Caesar! Culprits to the law!
Much business today?
We don't want to leave town. We can't leave them. There's no safety.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
Just noblemen for insubordination!
Got word from the factory that another bolt went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm alright, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The Void Woken are everywhere. Thank the Divine you're here to protect us.
Yes, yes, of course.
Easier said than done.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. It's not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, Ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Much business today.
What? Nothing less
don't want
than
to
wisdom.
Can't blame them. There's no sense to
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. We'll be by soon enough. Could be worse, you know.
Hard to say how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Woke up this morning in sweat. Can't get back.
Made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
You eating any of your own fish?
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal. That's all you need to know.
Much business today.
People don't want to leave them. Can't blame them. There's no safety in attitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. We'll be by soon enough. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
What? Nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients.
Woke up this morning in sweat. Can't get back.
Made it back, safe and sound. all you've got to think about right now.
Easier said than done, Peter.
Much business today?
Not much. They don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
Okay, still around.
Cold and poison. Void welcome. God knows what stuff those beasts. Cold
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough. Could be worse, you know.
Hard to say how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters. Keeping it together, Bree?
All right. As long as I don't do too much.
You're safe among friends. You'll never forget it.
Nothing less than a wisdom creation.
One got this morning. It's less. Can't get that thing
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now.
easier said than done, Peter.
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to say how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town.
Well,
It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
One got this morning. It's wet. Can't get that thing
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now.
easier said than done.
could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Seagulls. Culprit still at large.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere.
You eating any of your own fish?
Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal. That's all you need to know.
Much business today.
People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. We'll be by soon enough.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Seagulls. Culprit still at large.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
God knows what to stop those beasts. Couch
We just did the execution. Who doesn't know it? We're in subordination.
Much business today.
People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. We'll be by soon enough. Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the void woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Woke up this morning in sweat. Can't forget that.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about, right?
Easier said than done,
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere. Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Yes, of course.
Woke up this morning in sweat. Can't get that
You made it back, safe.
Wars are brewing, my friend, and we may find ourselves on different sides, in which case prices will go up. Buy now while you still can.
Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the void woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
people don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Oh.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon enough.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seegers! Alfred still at large!
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, Ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that
Made it back, safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now.
easier said than done,
We Justinia executes 2 dozen noblemen for insubordination!
woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that
Made it back, safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now.
easier said than done, Ada.
Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Queen Justinia executes 2 dozen
Much business today.
for insubordination!
We don't want to details. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon enough.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Seegers!
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 2 dozen noblemen for insubordination!
Much business today.
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon.
Divine order to march against the ancient
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
Woke up this morning in sweat.
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. It's not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just give it a shot.
That's all you gotta think about, How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
That's all you gotta think about right now. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. It's not like you're buying anything.
I don't come visit your ton. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes,
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Subordination!
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to say how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters. Much business today. Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Aye, soon enough. You eating any of your own fish?
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal. And that's all you need to know.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
steady. People still need potions. We buy soon enough. That's all you gotta think about right How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
You're safe from our friends. Never forget. Got word from the factory that another bolt went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Keep talking, Dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
You're safe among friends. Never forget. You eating any of your own fish?
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal. And that's all you need to know.
Made it back, safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Made it back, safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now. You eating any of your own fish?
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal. That's all you need to know.
You're safe among friends. Never forget nothing less. Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Goodbye, Susan. Made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
There's no safety. Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Goodbye, Susan. You eating any of your own fish?
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal. That's all you need to know.
Keeping it together, please. You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Could be worse, you know.
Hard to say how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters. Made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
Buying or selling?
Much business today? Not much. People don't want to go town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon enough. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
much business today. Not much. People don't want to do town. Can't blame them. There's no safety for it.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon enough. You're safe among friends. Never forget it. You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Made it back, safe and sound. That's all you got to think about right now.
March against the ancient empire!
Easier said than done, Ada.
Chyba to organizacja.
Hear Alexander was slain by seekers. Culprits still at large.
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that.
Queen Justinia
made it back safe and sound. That's all you gotta think of.
Easier said than done,
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that.
Made it back safe and sound. That's all you gotta think of. Keep steady. People still need potions. Be by soon enough. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying
Buying or
anything.
selling?
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to say how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come
More
over.
humans! Just what we needed.
Well met, friend. Interested in Driftwood's finest catch?
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours and, in one case, 3 heads.
It's free to look. Just don't touch nothing unless you're going to make my purse jingle. Fair travels, friend.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
There's no safety.
Ah.
I think that lunatic Siva is loose again. We won't be so gentle when we catch her this time. Damn it. Magister Raymond wanted word in the caravan, but I had hoped the news would not be so grim. Report this to the Magister at the docks at once.
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Hi, maybe.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
You have internet in your home, you can watch. It is for PS4.
Much business today.
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't move. There's no safety.
Or I can do it on myself.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
Voila! It's for PS4.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere.
Penny for a sick dog? A glance at the dog's miserable face tells you it's sick, all right.
Yes, yes, of course.
Much business today.
Thank ye kindly. Any chance of another one? Penny for a sick dog and all
No,
that?
I don't play Forza Horizon.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough. You eating any of your own fish?
Why, my dog's doctor. Dog's sick. Go on, kiss a penny for a sick dog. Putty for a penny, you can sing him a love song and call him Mummy. Much obliged. Could I push you for one more? Penny for a sick dog, etc. Cheers. Can I trouble you for just one more? You're very kind. How about another one?
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Nice. Could I prevail upon you for just one? That's the spirit. How about just one more? Penny for a sick dog. Dog sick, after all. Much obliged. Could I push you for one more?
Okay. Jsme se tam psat simuluje.
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
What are you looking at? I'm sick here. Get lost.
It snaps at your hand.
Made it back. Safe.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls. The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet. The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks, man. Think I'll wander off now. Here, before I go, what can I do to show my gratitude?
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
Master did.
Safe among friends. Never forget it.
Huh? Wait a minute. Master hurted me? Excuse me a minute. I'm gonna go now. But first, I have a thing I need to do.
He turns to his master.
You bad man, you! Ruff.
Učení svůj obsah na zisku.
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away.
Keep steady. People still need potions.
God damn it. How's my livelihood? Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here.
Got word from the factory that another boat went
No.
down. Things ain't looking good.
No. You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail on you to change your mind, could I?
The axe.
The hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
He gives you a cool look, then rummages in his pocket. He hands you the contents.
Keeping it together.
That's your lot. Go on then. Get lost, you freeloader. I'm working here.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Alexander was slain by Seegers. Culprit still at large.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it. Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. Then get out of the way, cheap. Penny for a sick dog, people. Go on there. Penny for a...
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
Penny for a grieving beggar who's... Then get out of the way. Penny for a sick dog.
Okay.
Got word from the factory that another
Tell me,
boat went
have
down.
you heard any news?
Things ain't looking good.
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere.
Latest news! Fresh from the War Owl! Hear all about it! Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy? Ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit the ancient empire and hit it hard. You remember what happened to the elves, don't you? Ain't no one left standing when you treat them to death fog. Johnny Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ha! Scourge, more like. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of the sword, no sir. Had them all hung. Real, you ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with its tail on fire. Queen or no queen. 7 save us. Stabbed in the back he was, by them vile, low-born, treacherous seekers. Kill them all, I say. Do them like Magister Raymond did old Lady Seaver. That'll teach them traitors. I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The son of the Divine is dead. Gone. Who'll save us now?
You heard any news?
Than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat.
Nothing good.
The Silent Watcher's jaws clench and slacken again and again for no visible reason. 2 empty eyes stare straight ahead like the black button eyes of a child's stuffed dog. The Silent Watcher's jaws. The Silent Watcher's jaw.
You're safe among friends.
Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
Could be worse, you know. You could be a dwarf, for starters.
You needing supplies? I'd stock up if I were you. It's madness out there. Never seen anything like it. Anything more?
Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The Hammer. Don't be wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you let that bit in sawdust from a cell floor.
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The Void Woken are everywhere. Thank the Divine you're here to protect us.
Yes, of course.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The Void Woken are everywhere. Thank the Divine you're here to protect us.
Yes, of course. Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you let that bit in sawdust from a
Could
cell
be worse,
floor.
you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
We just here execute 2 dozen noblemen for insubordination.
Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Until later, then.
You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But void woken? God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is, then.
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that thing out of my mind.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Hear ye! Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough. Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere.
You suppose the Majesty will
Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Queen Justinia executes
Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The axe?
the hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
What kind of rat sells such?
Kind that don't fancy starving the rest of this time. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can
How you holding up?
Keep talking.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Seagulls. Culprits still at large.
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough. You eating any of your own
All this? How can you afford this stuff?
Oh, gonna be a sweet deal. That's all you need to know.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seagulls. Culprits still at large.
Could be worse, you know.
Off to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination!
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison.
Smells worse over
But
here
void walking?
than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a bath.
God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is, then.
They don't come visit your town. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that thing out of my mind.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you got to think about right now.
Easier said than done, Ada.
There's not a call for the junk yourself, then.
Jokes? What? I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients.
Vapid fiction, not the Lord's definition.
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
Turn aside fire, cold and poison. But void walking? God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is, then.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. You know.
Off to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
I bet they're eating golden roe and high hog in the ancient empire right now. Well, we're making do with whatever we can scrape together. Bloody wizards.
Much business today?
Not much.
My word, but you do look exhausted. I bet you could use a touch of magic. Have at it. Got yourself situated.
Be by soon enough. Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The axe?
The hammer. Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Much business today?
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it. Void woken are everywhere. Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Nothing good. Void woken are everywhere. Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Yep.
Wow.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Tak.
Water that's
Hope you ain't looking for work in this dying town. Besides, you ain't got the look of a fisher about you, I'll tell you